Hey guys, it's Caroline. It's been a while. I'm sorry I've been away. I said I'd make another video at 50 subscribers and I now have 59. And I want to say a big hello and welcome to all my new subscribers. And I'm so glad that you're here to share this journey with me, as I'm here to pick up from where I left off with my story. Apologies, I don't have any editing skills yet. I do have an amazing vlogging camera though. I ended up getting the Canon G7X like all the famous YouTube vloggers get. I'm clearly not a YouTube vlogger, but I plan to start learning how to edit, so hopefully my content could be improved. But for now, it's just the one take, me telling my story to you guys. So my story ended when I pretty much left the hospital, and I remember the day that my dad came pick me up. I felt really sick, really woozy, like really car sick feeling. I was in so much pain, and it was, I felt like I was going to throw up the entire time driving home in the car. And basically all the specialist said was, here's some proton pump inhibitor medication, take it. The gastroenterologist said we'll do another scope in a month, and if all your ulcers have cleared up, you're good, and that's it. Of course, you know, they're fantastic at saving your life, but when it comes to, you know, like helping you after all that, no, there's no help whatsoever. You know, you leave the hospital, you're in chronic pain, you got all these issues, and there's no one to help you. It is the most scariest feeling in the entire world. I got home, I have a newborn baby, I'm too sick, and I mean, this fear just gripped over me, like this big weight was on my shoulders. Like, I've got to work this out. How am I going to heal myself? What am I going to do? Like, so, and I'm an analyst. So like for my profession, I'm a BA in IT. So I have a very analytical mind. I'm very like black and white, process driven kind of person. So I was like, right, okay, I've got to work this out. So I started with my I went and saw my gastroenterologist. We did a scope, and he said, good news, your ulcers are all cleared up, you're good to go. And I was like, but I'm in a lot of pain. And this proton pump inhibitor, which is called Somac, that I was taking, which reduces your stomach acid to like nothing, it was causing me more pain, because obviously it would hurt when I would eat, because there was no stomach acid to break down the food at all. And I said, I just don't want to take this anymore. And he said to me, well, look, now that your ulcers have cleared, see how you go. Okay, you know, I advise take it for the next 6 months, but it's up to you. If you don't want to take it, you don't have to. And so, of course, I decided I'm going to get off them. And, you know, it was like I had an anal fissure I had to deal with. I just have so many health problems that I had to deal with. So, okay, I realized very quickly that my gastroenterologist from the hospital wasn't that much help, because he didn't have the answers. So then I started freaking out. And I went, okay, I've got to go see the top gastroenterologist in the country. Now, he's got a year waiting list, but thankfully, I don't know how, I got onto a forum, and his daughter was on the forum, and she basically got me in straight away. I told her my story, and she's like, don't worry, I'll call my dad, I'll get you in. And she got me in. And I went and saw him, and I got a colonoscopy and endoscopy done. He had a look. He couldn't give me an explanation to why I had all this pain. He went, you know, I went to do these tests on my gallbladder and everything like that. Maybe I had stones in my bile duct. Nothing. Again, quickly worked out, yet again, Western medicine just doesn't have the solution for me. So then I decide, all right, oh, I missed something. In between, right after I left hospital, I also went back to my pelvic pain specialist, and because I had a lot of like pain in my, like where the C-section was, And I had a lot of pain also, like in my lower back, like a lot of like inflammation. And so we did another hysteroscopy, another operation, and he had a look and said, nothing's wrong, your uterus is clear, you had a bit of scarring at the pouch of Douglas, he got rid of that, but he said, when I looked through your uterus, you had inflammation everywhere behind that. So that's sort of, I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle. I'm like, okay, inflammation, I've got systemic inflammation, something's going on here. So, that didn't really, the operation didn't really relieve my pain. So, I was in a lot of pain. And so then I started going, okay, maybe I need to go down the holistic path. Maybe I need to find a functional medicine doctor. And I did tons of research and thought, well, maybe, I did have 8 blood transfusions in hospital, obviously over that 6-week period. I realized I had a lot of anesthetics, because I had a lot of scopes, I've had a lot of drugs, I've had a lot of crap in my system. So I thought, it's possible I'm feeling like this, and I'm, I have all these issues because of all that. So I decided to see a functional medicine doctor, and he ran a whole bunch of tests. He checked for infections and everything, and he found a few. And so I went on antibiotics for 6 months. So, so basically, from when I left the hospital till that point, so it was about 6 months, I lost a ton of weight. Obviously, because I wasn't eating, because I was in so much pain. I was down to my goal weight, and I remember standing there looking in the mirror thinking, wow, I love how I look, and I hate how I feel. And what was even worse was that I had people, family members, extended family members saying to me, Caroline, you look so amazing, you look so good. And I was thinking to myself, you've got no idea how I'm feeling on the inside. You just got no clue. And there's no point even explaining it to people, because they just don't get it. If you're not a chronic pain sufferer, you just don't know what the person's going through. Because obviously the stuff that I went through, I mean, let's be honest, people don't survive that stuff. So when I went back to my gastroenterologist to explain my situation, I was like, have you had other patients gone through this? They're like, no, you're the first one we've ever had. We've never had a case like yours before. And I'm like, well, do you know if the patients you've had that have had embolisms are in chronic pain or have got gut issues? And he's like, no, we don't ever find out or talk to them. I'm thinking, yeah, because you're not helpful. Of course they haven't come back to you because you don't have the answers. So it's really frustrating from a patient's point of view as well, because you're sort of just left there trying to survive. Also, I forgot to mention, my pelvic pain specialist, as soon as I told him my symptoms, he said to me, you've got fibromyalgia. And I was like, okay. And he just basically did the whole, here's some Cymbalta, is a drug, and use hypnotherapy. And Western medicine almost killed me, and I found out now I'm very chemically sensitive. I took 1 tablet of that, and I was in bed for 2 days. It made me psycho. I was in so much pain. I was like, no, this is not the answer. Hence why I went down the holistic path. So, I've got this whole, fibromyalgia, because I've got chronic pain from head to toe, and I had my nervous system, there was something wrong. I had this electricity feeling running from head to toe. It was a really weird feeling. And the more research I did, I came across bacterial infections like Lyme disease. What's the other one? There's a very common infection you get in hospital called mycoplasma infection. So I mentioned all this to my functional doctor, and I said, you've got to test me for all this. Because he did a bunch of tests, and he's like, whoa, Caroline, you've got so much wrong with you. You're so nutritionally deficient, you've got high ammonia, you just got all these problems. And so then, I reckon I spent a good $10,000, if not $20,000 on seeing all these different specialists to try and get a solution. And we did the Lyme, I went to Australian Biologics and did the Lyme's test. Came back negative for Borrelia in my blood and my serum. But it came back positive in the urine test. Now, but the problem is the testing is controversial. So that urine test, they say, isn't 100%. The mycoplasma test came back, you know, semi-positive. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm a very spiritual person, and my gut was telling me I needed these antibiotics. And I took them for 6 months. And they made a huge difference. They took my symptoms away. So clearly I had some sort of infection. I don't feel like it's from the blood transfusions. My gut says I just got it when I was in hospital. I just got it somehow. Obviously, you know, antibiotics for 6 months. My liver got affected big time. I gained all my weight back plus more. I am now at the heaviest I've ever been. So the road sort of ended with my functional Lyme doctor, because I'm like, you know what? The antibiotics have been good. They've worked. I don't want antibiotics anymore. And my symptoms have dissipated, you know, infection symptoms. I've still got other stuff going on. And the stuff I've got going on, I've really had for years. And we're talking adrenal fatigue. We're talking chronic systemic inflammation. We're talking candida. We're talking gut issues. Now, clearly, of course, I've got gut issues because the prohod pump inhibitors, you know, all the stuff I went through with the 2 bleeding duodenum ulcers for that 6 weeks. I mean, I'm blood type A, okay? I don't have any stomach acid. So if you're a blood type O, you have the most stomach acid out of everyone. A's have the lowest stomach acid, hence why protein diets, high protein diets are meant to be good for blood type A's, because we don't have enough stomach acid to break down the meat to get the nutrients to digest it properly. For us, a plant-based diet is better. But I still believe, you know, you need some sort of protein, amino acids. I still think it's important. So then I did my research around, okay, wait, something came up around, you know, genetics and methylation and detox, because I'm like, hold on, I'm poisoned. I've got so much crap in me. Maybe my body can't detox it. So I went and did the 23andMe test. $99 from Canada. They send you, it's really easy. They send you the kit. You put your spit in it. Now, when I did this, we were probably about, let's see, like end of last year. So it's probably like a year from when all of the crap happened. And I got the results. Guess what? Tons of red. Tons of genetic mutations around my methylation cycle. I'm not detoxing. My liver, my phase 2 liver detox does not work. I went and made an appointment with the top methylation naturopath in Australia, which is, in Australia, I guess. There aren't that many. Obviously, Dr. Ben Lynch in the US, he's like one of the best. And he doesn't really practice, but he's got a great website. So, you know, you can learn a lot from him. He posts a lot of good stuff. And I spent 6 months with her, and everything she gave me, I reacted to in a very bad way. And I'm like, this isn't working. This, you know, I'm chemically sensitive. So it doesn't matter if it's drugs or supplements. I was reacting to it. Reacting to the point where, like, I couldn't sleep. You know, I had all these symptoms. And I'm just like, this isn't working. I am really disappointed, because I felt like I finally got to the root of my problems, right? Fix the methylation, get my body detoxing. I'm good. I'll get better. I also found out I don't metabolize fats from protein, carbs, and what's the other one? Fat? I don't know. You guys know, right? Work it out. I don't know. I can't remember. So it's very hard for me to lose weight, and it's always been hard for me to lose weight. So I have the kind of body that puts on weight. Now, I've not put any makeup on in this video. My eyebrows aren't done. I haven't dyed my hair. I want to show you the real me, because I want you to come on this journey with me. I'm going to heal 100%. I want you guys to witness my transformation. I want to be an inspiration to others, because I feel like my story is unique. I've met really I mean, I'm just turned 36. I haven't met anyone that's been through what I've been through. I know there are people that have been through worse, but my story is still my story. And I'm proud of myself. It's been 2 years. I've come a long way. I'm fully functioning. Yes. Am I still in pain? Yes, I am. It's at a 1. You know, there's lots of things I've come across that has really helped me along my journey. I've improved a lot, and I want to make videos about them, but I also want to use this channel to transform myself. So that's why I've called this channel Second Chances. It's a second chance at life. A second chance for me to live, because the facts are I could have died easily. Should have clinically died. And I believe I have a purpose here on earth, and I'm going to do amazing things. I just know it. As I said, I'm very spiritual. I'm a bit psychic, and I know that. I know that I'm going to do amazing things, and I want you guys to come on a journey with me. So, you know, me being overweight now, it's a byproduct of what's going on inside. There's a lot of crap going on inside. So kinesiology, because I'm very like a spiritual, energetic person. I'm not very biochemical or biomedical. Like acupuncture for me, like when I left hospital, guess where I went? Straight to my Chinese doctor. We did acupuncture for like 4 to 6 months. And she helped so much. She got me so far. She could only do so much. But she did reduce the chronic inflammation that I had from the ulcers, from everything that happened to me. So I'm now seeing a kinesiologist who's also a naturopath, who's also a chiropractor, who's also an acupuncturist. He's pretty amazing. He's one of a kind. Again, I feel like the universe always puts me in the right direction. All I have to do is pray to God and say, okay, I need help. Where do I go next? The other thing I want to admit to you in this video is that I am a food addict. I do have a food addiction. Addiction runs in my family. My grandfather was an alcoholic, so it makes sense. And I just turned to, like, I'd say my addiction's at the worst now, obviously, after all the trauma. And I turn to food for, like, anything and everything. And I'm working on changing that as well. So my plan is to basically get healthy. Now, I'm 50% healed. I've still got 50% to go. And I want 2016 to be the year, like the year I transform, the year that I look good, feel amazing, and what I want to share with you guys, what I've discovered through my journey. And I hope that you guys, you know, come along the ride with me. So, you know, please hit that subscribe button if you want to follow my journey. I'm looking at, you know, maybe making weekly videos on my journey, particularly around my health and weight loss. But I just want to see, you know, if you guys are interested in even seeing that. I don't even know if I'll, you know, like, I'm not going to bother if no one's going to be watching, although at the end of the day, I guess these videos are good for me, because these videos keep me accountable, and that's what's important. I'm not a vlogger. I don't know anything about editing or videos, so please bear with me. I've just got to learn as I go. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, and I would really appreciate any support that you could give me right now. Okay, see you guys. Bye.